Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto. 26th chapter, Wonderful Krishna, text 16. Please repeat. Varna Traya Kila Asya Asan Granataha Anuyugam Tanagu Shuklaha Raktaha Tata Pitaha Idanim Krishnatam Gataha Varnastraya Kilashayasan Varnastraya Kilashayasan Pranantanu Yugam Tanu Pranantanu Yugam Tanu Shuklo Raktastata Pita Shuklo Raktastata Pita Idanim Krishnatam Kata Idanim Krishnatam Kata Varnastraya Kilasyasan Ganatho no Yugam Tanu Shuklo Raktastata Pita Idanim Krishnatam Kata Varnastraya Kilasyasan Pranatho no Yugam Tanu Shuklo Raktastata Pita Idanim Krishnatam Kata Please. Varnastraya Kilasyasan Varnastraya Kilasyasan Shuklo Raktastata Pita Idanim Krishna Varnastraya Kilasyasan Raktastata Pita Idanim Krishnatam Kata Varnastraya Kilasyasan Varnastraya Kilasyasan Tano Chlorakastata Pita Mataji Varnastraya Kilasasam Anatana Gigamtana Shukla Raktastata Pita Varna Traya, three colors. Khila, indeed. Asya, by your son Krishna. Asan, were assumed. Krinata, accepting. Anuyugham tanu, transcendental bodies according to different yuga. Shukla, sometimes white. Rakta, sometimes red. Tata, as well as. Pita, Pita, sometimes yellow. Idanim Krishnatam Gata. At the present moment, he assumed a blackish color. Translation and purport by disciples of His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Garga Muni has said, Your son Krishna appeared as an incarnation in every millennium. In the past, he assumed three different colors, white, red, and yellow. And now he has appeared in a blackish color. Purport. This and the next six verses 17 through 22, are taken from the 8th chapter of this canto, in which Garga Muni instructs Nanda Maharaja about Nanda's son Krishna. The translations found herein for these verses are based on those of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. In the chapter 8, where the verses originally appear, the reader will find extensive purports by Srila Prabhupada. So, I will read also from the 8th chapter. Um, 13 shloka. This is a translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Your son Krishna appears as an incarnation in every millennium. In the past, he assumed three different colors, white, red, and yellow. And now, he has appeared in blackish color. In another Dwapara Yuga, he appeared as Lord Ramachandra in the color of Shuka, a parrot. All such incarnations have now assembled in Krishna. Purport. Partially explaining the position of Lord Krishna and partially covering the facts, Garga Muni indicated, Your son is a great personality and he can change the color of his body in different ages. The word Granata indicates that Krishna is free to make his choice. In other words, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and may therefore do whatever he desires. In Vedic literature, the different colors assumed by the Personality of Godhead is at different millennia are stated. And therefore, when Gargamuni said, "Your son has assumed these colors," he indirectly said he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because of Kamsa's atrocities, Gargamuni tried to avoid disclosing this fact, but he indirectly informed Nanda Maharaja that Krishna, his son, was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It may be noted that Srila Jiva Goswami, in his Krama Sandarbha, has enunciated the purport of this verse. In every millennium, Krishna appears in a different form, either as white, red, or yellow. But this time, he personally appeared in his original blackish form, as predicted by Gargamuni, exhibited the power of Narayana. Because in this form, the Supreme Personality of Godhead exhibits himself fully. His name is Sri Krishna, the all attractive. Actually, Krishna is the source of all avatars, and therefore all the different features of different avatars are present in Krishna. When Krishna incarnates, all the features of other incarnations are already present within him. Other incarnations are partially representation of Krishna, who is a full-fledged incarnation of the Supreme Being. It is it is to be understood that the Supreme Being, whether appear as Shukla, Rakta, or Peter, white, red, or yellow, is the same person. When he appears in different incarnations, he appears in different colors, just like sunshine, which contains 7 colors. Sometimes the colors of sunshine are represented separately. Otherwise, the sunshine is observed mainly as bright light. The different avatara, such as the Manvantara Avatara, Lila Avatara, and Dasha Avatars, are all included in the Krishna Avatara. When Krishna appears, all the avatars appear with him, as described in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.26. Avatara hi asankheya hare sattva hider tvijaha yata vidhasina kolyaha sarasasyo sahasrasa. The avatars incessantly appear like incessantly flowing water. No one can count how many waves are there in flowing water. And similarly, there is no limitation of avatars. And Krishna is full representation of all avatars because he is the source of all avatars. Krishna is Amsi, whereas others are Amsa, part of Krishna. All living entities, including us, are Amsa. Mamayavamso Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. These Amsa are of different magnitude. Human beings who are minute Amsas and the demigods, Vishnu Tattva and all other living beings are all part of the Supreme. Nityo Nithana Chetana Chetanana. Katha Upanishad 2:13. Krishna is a full representation of all living entities, and when Krishna is present, all avatars are included in him. The 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam describes the incarnations for each yuga in chronological order. The Bhagavatam says, Krite Shukle Chatur Bahu Trithayam Rakta Varnasu Dhapare Bhagavan Shyama and Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam. We actually see that in Kali Yuga, Bhagavan has appeared in Pita Varna or yellow color as Gaura Sundara. Although the Bhagavatam speaks of Krishna Varna, to adjust all these statements, one should understand that although in some yugas, some of the colors are prominent, in every yuga, whenever Krishna appears, all the colors are present. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam. Although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears without Krishna or blackish color, he is understood to be Krishna himself. Idanim Krishna Tham Kataha. The same original Krishna who appears in different varnas has now appeared. The word asan indicates that he is always present. Whenever the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears in his full future, he is understood to be Krishna Varnam. Although he appears in different colors, Prahlad Maharaj states that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Channa. That is, although he is Krishna, he is covered by a yellow color. Thus, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas accept the conclusion that although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Pita color, he is Krishna. Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sango Parshatam Parshatam Yajnai Sankirtana Praya Ajanti Sumedashaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Vikas Swami Tinamine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharne Nirvisheshunyavadi Prasate Veshtade. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So here we are hearing about wonderful Krishna. So particularly here Garga Muni's statement about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who he is and how he appears, the details explained to Nanda Maharaj. Since Garga Muni, knowing Supreme Lord Krishna, he is the person, one without the second. So, but how to distinguish from others? That's the thing, because Lord appeared himself in different forms. The unlimited, as in the purport from 8th chapter we read, that is incessantly, like no one can count how many waves are there in the water. Like that is actually, if you see the description, it's amazing how many. So really unlimited forms Lord takes. But this one poem which is described here, which is about whom Karga Muni is speaking to Nanda Maharaj, that Krishna, he is source of everything. All these unlimited forms expanded from him. In Brahma Samhita, very often Prabhupada quotes that Deepachireva hita santaramabhyapetya Deepayate vivrtahe to samana dharma Yastadrikeva hi Vishnathaya vibhati Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So the Lord expands himself as flames of fire expand one after another, deeper. Like, when Damodar month comes, we use this deepa. Of course, we are also now using the candles, which Prabhupada uses the word to explain to the Westerners. Although here very clearly says deepa, but in the West, I think no one can understand what is deepa. So therefore Prabhupada used the word candle. So the deepa, the first is the one, is distinguished from others, even though is all of them giving same light like others, having same power, but still the first one is distinguished. So, although Sri Krishna, Govinda, is accepted as the original flame, the Supreme Person, all of his expansions, such as Rama, Nrsimha, Ramati Murti Shakala Niyamena Dishtam, that's also another famous verse is there. So, although they all have the same potent, but Krishna is a different. So generally, when people read this word Supreme Personality of Godhead, it's difficult for them to understand what it means. It's not used generally in people. I think it's Bhaktisiddhanta or Prabhupada coined this word. Before that, this were not used, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we understand that why this particular, Prabhupada is, use of these words is because we know that incident that when ISKCON was incorporated in 1966 in New York, devotees suggested, Prabhupada, why not to have an international society for God consciousness? Because God conscious means, more broadly people, will understand it, what it is, so we expect more people and it will be more easy for preaching. Some reasons, whatever they understood, they explained, but Prabhupada was very clearly said, no. Should be International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Because Prabhupada knew that if you just generally, if you put God, means, people will just bring all kinds of God and then will be chaos, like now Hinduism in India, you see, such a chaos is It's unbelievable how many ideas they have. You know, everybody just on the spot, they can just, whatever comes in the mind, just tell, oh, this, what God means, this is the God. Now recently, sometimes is, unfortunately, you can't avoid this social media, even though you don't want, but sometimes, by WhatsApp or this way, that way, there's somebody forwards something. Recently I saw some man is going around and feeding the street dogs. He just carry some food and then just on the street he just feed them. And then, it's just one short clip, and then there is a fellow from behind, he gives a voice, you see, this is such a great activity. People are searching after God. See, He is the God. This is the But he doesn't understand. God means not only just for a few dogs he feeds. Nityo nityanam chetana chetanana eko bahunam vidyatadikam. Really, God means He feeds everyone, Baba. He is the one who is taking care. He is the one feeding even the fellow who feeds the dog. So that means people don't understand what is God. Everybody has so many different ideas. So, therefore, Prabhupada doesn't want to keep this society like, part of this Hinduism. Now our people trying to make it as a Hindu society. They are so much pushing for it. But Prabhupada is very specific, Krishna consciousness. He wants to distinguish that Krishna is not one among other gods. Even he is distinguished from his own incarnation, Swansa. So what to speak of, the separated living being like Jiva, Mamayavamso Jivaloka, Jiva Puta Sanatana. We are all his answer, but we are all separated from him. We are all very minute. We are all very, very small. But he is Vibhu. We are Anu. He is Vibhu. He is unlimited. So there is no way to trying to put any equal level to Krishna. Anyone. Even Lord Brahma, Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva, Srila Prabhupada always tells, even Shiva, Brahma cannot be equal. They are not equal with the Supreme Lord. And what to speak of others? So, therefore, Srila Prabhupada used this words. It's not some kind of sentimental choice, the Prabhupada wanted to use. No, it's very, very intellectual, and not just also it's like a material intellectual. It's supported by Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. We can see his purport, how many shlokas in one purport he quotes. Everything is supported by the Shastra, supported by the Acharyas, particularly our Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas for this particular topic. Other Sambhradaya may agree, may not agree, particularly about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all. But, our Gaudiya Vaishnavas, the Acharyas, they're all very clear. Here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada quotes from Krama Sandarbha, Jiva Goswami, and there are many quotes from in Bhagavatam, other purports also we can see. There's many quotes are there. So it's all are with this Shastric support. It's all with the Acharya's support. Spoken these points. Not sentimental. Particularly accepting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Krishna himself. We know that the Madhvas, even Sri Vaishnavas, nowadays, because ISKCON become very big movement and lots of preaching, so many things are happening. So kind of some appreciation is there, but previously, even now, some of the Madhvas are very strict. They are Tattvavadis. They are not really. Of course, it's. We understand that it's not that everyone has to be like a Gaudiya Vaishnava. So if they are authorized Sambhradaya, whatever their acharyas is taught them, and they follow it, and it's okay. We don't have to fight with them. Sometimes the people our new devotees, they are very enthusiastic. They go and fight with the Sri Vaishnavas. Guru Maharaj told, why you want to fight with them? When we released this Goloka chart, people put around at different places, some of the Sri Vaishnavas, when they saw, and they were, giving some comment, what is this? There is, say, Goloka Vrindavana is the highest, Vaikuntha is, for them is Vaikuntha. Okay, we understand, but we don't have to now fight with them. So, anyway, the point is that Krishna is the source of all of his incarnations, and he is the source of everything. Everyone else, all the living beings, all the things. Everything is emanated from Aham Sarvasya Prabhava. So, to understand Krishna, to his the supreme position, we have to first accept the spiritual master, as Krishna advised in Bhagavad Gita, that tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upatechanti te jnaninas tattva darshana. So you have to approach the person who is tattva darshana, very humble and with questions, try to understand with this service attitude, sevaya. These are the qualifications of disciple. Then you will be able to understand if Guru reveals. Otherwise, people many times they read books, but they try to understand without a service attitude, without a humble, um, as a humble servant. They try to understand by their intellectual, by their own uh, capacity, but they are not able to understand. Uh, the many people, they just seeing, what is this, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. They think that we are out of sentiment. This happened even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. Huh? Varanasi's famous incident. That, all Mayavadis, they were all commenting, what is this? He's sannyasi, he's supposed to study Vedanta, he's supposed to sit silently, read Shastras. What is this on the street? He's just jumping, dancing, chanting. So people may think like that nowadays also, but why? Because understanding Krishna it doesn't come easily, because to understand Krishna means Krishna has to reveal. So for that, the process is has to surrender to him, has to uh, completely dedicate his life for service of Krishna. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Even when we come to this society associated with devotees, and recently His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj gave a class just before initiation, just recently in Rameshwaram. He said that unless you surrender and dedicate yourself, Krishna consciousness doesn't work. You may be in the movement, you may be among the devotees, part of this movement, come to temple, do seva, everything. But if there is no surrender, if there is no, like Gokul Prabhu was telling, particularly when you are in the ashram, if you are going to avoid seva, if you're going to say no for something, then where is the point of living in the ashram? There is no surrender, then there is no Krishna consciousness. Means we have some other expectations or some other desire than serving Krishna. So then Krishna is he waits. So once you understand it, this place is not for your personal thing. I mean, you can't be happy without Krishna. So once you understand, then you will surrender. So that means understanding Krishna. Understanding Krishna comes by surrendering. Otherwise, we may go on read or be with devotees, just also kind of in the material platform, is some kind of course, the outside is horrible. The lives here, devotees are very nice. They are smiles, and they, very nicely feeding with prasadam, and everything is very nice. So one may be satisfied with some level of, seva once a week, or once a month, or even if daily, only certain seva, only certain, you know. So if we are in that level, then Krishna reciprocates in that accordingly. Etamam prapatyate tamstataiva pajamyaham. That is very difficult to understand Krishna, even when we are in the practice of the Krishna conscious. And what to speak of others, people who do not know anything about Krishna. So for them it's very difficult. What is this Krishna conscious movement? So, but for us, particularly in this age, this Kali Yuga is very special, even though it's Kali Yuga, because Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he himself appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even though he is in yellow color, Peter, but he is the Supreme Lord himself. So, in previous Yuga, when he appeared, he was killing so many demons. So far we are reading every chapter, some demons were killed. But now in this Kali Yuga, same Krishna appeared. If he going to kill all the demons, and no one will be here. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very kind, and he is most magnificent. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Prathayate. So he came to spread the Krishna Prema to everyone. So we can see here this Jagai Madhai, and so many different demonic people were there, but they were all, by his mercy, later become great devotees. So we can pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, to give some mercy to us also, to forgive our offenses. Why we don't relish this Krishna consciousness? Because of this offense. That also point Guru Maharaj makes in that same class. Why Krishna consciousness doesn't work for people for after so many years? Because due to offense. One nice point Maharaj say that, of course every point is very nice, but this one, because every morning we are chanting these 10 offenses, before starting saying that offenses, what do we say? While chanting you should avoid. But Maharaj says not only while chanting, all the time, always you should avoid. It's not just when you hold the beads and then you should not offend, because you are chanting. No, it's all the time. So, carefully avoid the offenses, and with a proper service attitude, humbly, if we serve Krishna, then Krishna reveals. Then we can understand Krishna. Hare Krishna. So I stop here. Is there any question or comment? Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.